How do you stop suffering mentally? Everyone wants to avoid pain. We want a stable life, no stress, no betrayal, no failure. And yet, even when everything seems fine, many people still feel empty, anxious, mentally exhausted. The truth is, mental suffering doesn't always come from what happens to you. It comes from the meaning you give to what happens. The Greek philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Losing a job is a fact. A breakup is a fact. Criticism is a fact. But telling yourself, "I'm worthless, I'll never recover," or "everyone is judging me," that's interpretation. And that interpretation is often the real source of suffering. Two people can experience the exact same event and live completely different inner realities. One sees failure as proof they are not enough. The other sees it as feedback, as a lesson. The event is identical. The story they tell themselves is not. Most mental suffering is amplified by the narrative running inside your head on repeat. There is also the obsession with control. We want to control outcomes, other people's opinions, the future, the image we project. But the more you try to control what is outside your power, the more you suffer. Buddha taught that attachment is the root of suffering. When you attach yourself to a specific outcome, a perfect version of your life, or a person who must stay, you create the conditions for disappointment. Reality rarely matches your expectations. Think about this. You work hard on a project. You invest your time, energy, and hope into it. And it fails. The initial disappointment is natural, but prolonged suffering begins when you think, "This shouldn't have happened. I deserved better," or "It's unfair." You are no longer just dealing with failure, you are fighting reality. And that resistance is what hurts the most. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, wrote that everything can be taken from a person except one thing: the freedom to choose their attitude in any given set of circumstances. Even in extreme suffering, there is a space between what happens and how you respond. And in that space lies your freedom. Stopping mental suffering doesn't mean eliminating pain. Pain is part of being human. But suffering decreases when you stop automatically believing every thought that appears in your mind. When you accept what you cannot control. When you look for meaning in difficulty, instead of seeing yourself as a victim of it. You are not your thoughts. You are not your anxiety. You are not your past. You are the one observing all of it. And the moment you understand that distance, something shifts. The pain may still exist, but it no longer owns you. So the real question isn't, how do I stop suffering? The real question is, how can I stop fighting reality and change the way I think about it? Because that's where mental freedom begins.